A warm welcome to English literature class. My dear students of class 12th. Here open page number 95. The same story, the singing lesson, chapter number 8. Suddenly the door opened. You know that the mind of the music teacher, Miss Meadows, was obsessed with the letter of Basil. What happened, you see? Suddenly the door opened. A little girl in blue walked fussily up, anxiously came there up the aisle, up the passage, hanging her head, biting her lips, and twisting the silver bangle on her red little wrist. She was confused. She was confused. She was nervous. She came up the steps and stood before Miss Meadows. That little girl came and stood before Miss Meadows. Well, Monica, what is it? Well, Monica. The name of the girl was Monica. Well, Monica, what is it? Oh, if you please, Miss Meadows, said the little girl, gasping, sudden intake of breath, gasping. Miss Wyatt wants to see you in the mistress room. Miss Wyatt, the principal. Very well, said Miss Meadows. Very well. And she called to the girls. She called to the girls, student, I shall put you on your honor to talk quietly while I am away. As the class was full of the girls student, Miss Meadows asked, requested to the students, I shall put you on your honor to talk quietly. I hope you will be silenced in my absence while I am away, while I am absent. But they were too subdued to do anything else. But they were too overpowered to do anything else. Most of them were blowing their noses, crying, weeping due to the behavior of Miss Meadows. The corridors were silent and cold. The passage, the corridor was silent and cold. They echoed to Miss Meadows' steps. Echoed. As there was no one in the passage, the head mistress sat at her desk. For a moment, she did not look up when she went in her office. She did not look up at moment. She was as usual disentangling, means free something from her eyeglasses. She did not wear the glasses which had caught into her lace tie, which had got caught in her lace tie. Sit down, Miss Meadows, she said very kindly. And then she picked up a pink envelope from the blotting pad. I sent for you, I called for you just now because this telegram has come for you. That's why Miss Meadows was called. A telegram for me, Miss Wyatt. Basil, he had committed suicide, decided Miss Meadows. He had committed suicide, decided Miss Meadows. Her hand flew out, but Miss Wyatt held the telegram back a moment. He wanted to take that envelope, but Miss Wyatt The headmistress held the telegram back a moment. I hope it is not bad news, she said, so more than kindly. And Miss Meadows tore it open. She opened it. Pay no attention to letter. Must have been mad. Bought hat stand today. Basil. That was written in the telegram. Pay no attention to letter. As you know, Miss Meadows' mind was obsessed for the letter. It was written in the letter, in the telegram, pay no attention to letter, must have been mad, bought hat stand today, Basil. She read, she couldn't take her eyes off the telegram. She continuously glanced at the envelope. I do hope it's nothing very serious, said Miss Wyatt, leaning forward. Oh no, thank you, Miss Wyatt, blushed Miss Meadows. A pinkish color came on her face. It's nothing bad at all. And she gave an apologetic little laugh. It's from my fiancé, saying that there was a pause. She could not speak any word. I see, said Miss Wyatt, and another pause. Then you have 15 minutes more of your class, Miss Meadows, haven't you? Now 15 minutes were left for the class. Yes, Miss Wyatt. She got up. She half ran towards the door. Now she was in jubilant mood. She was happy. Oh, just 1 minute, Miss Meadows, said Miss Wyatt. I must say I don't approve of my teachers having telegrams sent to them in school hours. I must say I don't approve of my teachers having telegrams sent to them in school hours unless in case of very bad news such as death. Telegrams, general telegrams were not allowed in the school, explained Miss Wyatt, or a very serious accident. Telegrams should be allowed, to send telegrams should be allowed only for death or a very serious accident or something to do that effect. Good news, Miss Meadows will always keep, On the wings of hope, of love, Miss Meadows sped back to the music hall. Second and third form of speed. Speed, sped. Up the aisle, up the steps, over to the piano. She ran to the class. She was in jubilant mood now. Page 32, Mary, she said, page 32. Now she started teaching page number. Now she intended to teach page number 32 as she had already prepared. At present, she was teaching page number 14. Page 32, Mary, she said page 32, and picking up the yellow chrysanthemum, she held it to her lips to hide her smile. She ignored Miss Beasley's chrysanthemum at the time, but she held it to her lips to hide her smile. Then she turned to the girls, rapped sharp blows with her baton. Page 32, girls, page 32. We come here today with flowers overladen, with basket of fruits and ribbons to boot. to congratulate. That was the line, page number 32. Stop, stop, cried Miss Meadows. This is awful. This is horrible, terrible. This is dreadful. It is terrible. And she beamed at her girls. What's the matter with you all? Think, girls, think of what you are singing. Turn the page, 32, not 14. Use your imagination with flowers overladen, baskets of fruits and ribbons to boot, and congratulate. Use your imaginations. Miss Meadows broke off. Don't look so doleful, girls. Don't look so mournful, girls. This is not a lamenting song. It ought to sound warm, joyful, eager. Congratulate once more, quickly, all together, now then. And this time, Miss Meadows' voice sounded over all the other voices, as she was very happy. Immense happiness was in her. Full deep, glowing with expression, she started singing. With full deep, glowing with expression. Miss Meadows returned to her class in a happy and excited mood. She was on the wings of hope, of love, of joy. Now in this mood of excitement, in jubilant mood, she led to the girls in a different song. She led the girls in a different song, one of congratulations. Miss Meadows' voice sang the loudest of all the voices, all the girls' voices. Miss Meadows' voice sang the loudest of all the voices. That was all about the story. And homework, you note down. I will give you on School Mitra. You please complete it. Thank you so much. If you have any problem, you don't, please ask me. Please.